Man of Steel's Henry Cavill Superman has his fair share of flops more than box office hits. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Then there's the James Bond speculation. For years, Cavill was rumored as a potential successor to Daniel Craig, but so far, the rumors have remained just, well, rumors. And while Cavill's performances continue to showcase his acting prowess, many of his projects couldn't capitalize on the actor's power. His role in Netflix's Enola Holmes brought a unique arc to his career, but it's clear that the star hasn't quite landed the role that would solidify him as a leading box office actor. While his journey seems more of a roller coaster than a steady flight upward, Cavill needs to find his next truly iconic role that will show he's got more to offer than just strength and a hard-to-miss jawline. When we hear the name Henry Cavill, we often picture that iconic red cape, the S on his chest, and the powerful figure of Superman soaring through the skies. While Cavill might look every bit the superhero with his chiseled abs, his recent box office journey has been more Clark Kent trying to find his glasses than Superman saving the day. Lately, Cavill's career has seen some surprising highs and lows. Sure, he's still one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, but his projects haven't found the same level of success at the box office. Take his recent departure from The Witcher, the popular Netflix series where we saw him trade capes for swords. While he earned massive popularity for his fabulous performance as Geralt of Rivia, his decision to leave the series sparked debates on social media, leaving fans questioning his next moves. And while many believed his Superman would fly again in the new DC Extended Universe, news of recast had fans facing the reality that Cavill might not return as the Man of Steel. Honestly, it's not exactly the career trajectory one might have predicted for such a high-profile star. Cavill continued to take on roles in British television, including the Inspector Lynley Mysteries and Midsummer Murders. He also ventured into adaptations with Goodbye, Mr. Chips. The star's trajectory continued with several other mixes of projects that feel like a nostalgic time capsule of early 2000 cinema. In I Capture the Castle, Cavill played a young, love-struck suitor that gave him a chance to showcase his romantic acting skills. The mid-2000s brought him roles in Hellraiser, Hellworld and Red Riding Hood, films that didn't do well at the box office but expanded his career resume. It was his minor role in 2007 Stardust, directed by Matthew Vaughn, where he shared the screen with future megastars like Charlie Cox. Despite a brief screen time, Cavill's part roles solidified his presence in the industry. Before Henry Cavill became the face of Superman, he was just an actor building his filmography with smaller and often overlooked roles. Cavill's journey began with the little-known film Laguna in 2001, followed by a supporting role in The Count of Monte Cristo, a film that saw him starring alongside some of the season's stars. This was his first time gaining some Hollywood exposure. Even after success with The Tudors, Cavill continued to take on small roles in other films like Blood Creek, Whatever Works, Immortals, and The Cold Light of Day. With Immortals, Cavill embraced the role of a mythological hero, and in The Cold Light of Day, he starred alongside Bruce Willis. While each of his roles was small, Cavill continued to try it all before he finally soared the iconic Superman role in Man of Steel. One of Cavill's defining pre-Superman roles came with The Tudors, where he played Charles Brandon, Duke of Suffolk. This Showtime series gained massive audience, and Cavill's portrayal was lauded for its gritty character. Moreover, the series was commercially well-received and was nominated for a Golden Globe and won an Emmy. It was his role in The Tudors that put Cavill on the radar of Hollywood's casting directors. The star even credited the show for bolstering his career in a YouTube interview, stating, "It's done the most for me to date. I've done more work here than I've done in England. Now that there's an audience somewhere in America that's aware of who I am, I have more sellability because of The Tudors." Not only this, Cavill was named the most dashing Duke by Entertainment Weekly and was praised for his role in The Tudors and for displaying charm, depth, and a killer bod. Eventually, Daniel Craig landed the role, who undoubtedly redefined Bond with a raw and intense portrayal that took the show in a darker direction. Moreover, this action spy thriller was a box office hit, grossing $616 million against a production budget of $150 million. Definitely, if it had been given to Cavill, it would have landed him at the top of the industry. Following his rejection for the James Bond role, he was later considered to play Superman in 2004's Superman, Flyby. Mick G was initially on board to direct Wit. Henry Cavill's underrated thriller Night Hunter surprisingly overtakes Tom Cruise's Top Gun, Maverick on Paramount+, sparking fresh fan buzz. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. When you hear the names Henry Cavill and Alexandra Daddario, you probably think of blockbusters, red carpets, and fan-favorite roles like Superman or Annabeth Chase. But back in 2018, the two heartthrobs teamed up for a little-known thriller called Night Hunter, and let's just say critics didn't hold back. The only movie that paired two Hollywood crushes, Henry Cavill and Alexandra Daddario, the 2018 thriller Night Hunter has shockingly climbed the Paramount Plus streaming charts, overtaking Tom Cruise's blockbuster Top Gun, Maverick. Despite having a meager 14% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, Cavill's movie is now sitting pretty at number 2 on the platform, while Cruise's high-flying sequel slips to number 3 via FlixPatrol. It's the kind of unexpected twist no one saw coming, especially since Night Hunter was barely noticed when it first released. But now, after decades, the film is suddenly finding a new audience on Paramount Plus, and fans can't stop talking about it online. Whatever might be the reason, the thriller's streaming comeback is turning heads. But guess what? Despite critics obliterating the film, fans didn't hate it. In fact, Night Hunter has an audience score of 51% on Rotten Tomatoes and a surprisingly loyal fan base online. Many moviegoers felt the critics were being unnecessarily brutal and that the movie actually delivered as a gritty detective thriller. The film got a shocking 14% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and was almost instantly lost in oblivion. Despite having a stellar cast of actors, including Stanley Tucci, Ben Kingsley, Minka Kelly, and Nathan Fillion, the film couldn't survive the harsh critical reviews that slammed its plot and pacing. Now, it seems that after ages, Night Hunter finally received the love and respect it deserves upon hitting Paramount Plus. Rising to number 2 on the streaming charts, the film became a testament to Henry Cavill's performance, which many say outdid his roles in The Witcher and Man of Steel. Therefore, taking to platforms like Reddit, fans revisited Henry Cavill and Alexandra Daddario's only collaboration, calling it a misunderstood gem. To be honest, the film's premise did have potential. The plot revolved around a mysterious series of abductions, a mentally unstable suspect, and a tough detective trying to put the puzzle together. In a recent interview with Today, Tom Cruise revealed that he's actively thinking and talking about what a new Top Gun story could look like. Cruise, who recently appeared in Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning in May 2025, hinted that the next Top Gun isn't just a vague idea. It's one of several sequels he's currently brainstorming. While Henry Cavill's Night Hunter is enjoying its shocking comeback on streamer, Tom Cruise isn't letting go of Top Gun anytime soon. The 2022 mega-hit Top Gun, Maverick raked in over $1.4 billion and even landed a Best Picture Oscar nomination. Following the success of his 1986 Aviator film sequel, Cruise is already planning another possible follow-up. "Yeah, we're thinking and talking about many different stories and what could we do and what's possible. It took me 35 years to figure out Top Gun, Maverick, so all of these things we're working on, we're discussing Days of Thunder and Top Gun, Maverick. There's numerous other films that we're actively working on right now. I'm always shooting a film, prepping a film, posting a film. I just finished a film with Alejandro Inarritu, who did The Revenant, and will be coming out with that. That was an extraordinary experience, and Christopher McQuarrie and I are always working on several different